So before I start, I want to tell you about a few things. I'm in the semifinals of the YouTube Next Up thing. So if you want to go and all you do is give me a thumbs up every day this week. That'd be fantastic. I'm going to link that below, and I would appreciate any of your support. Everyone needs to go and send lots and lots of love to Gretchen, who's Tuesday, NYAZ girl, because she had surgery this past week. You should all go send her lots of love on Twitter and YouTube and Facebook if you're friends with her. I'm going to put all those links below. Also, as a special present to her, I know how much she hates my yellow nail polish and my gray nail polish, so I decided to put them both on my fingers. That's for you, Gretchen. Hope you enjoy it, bitch. So this week is Shan's topic, and we are talking about 5 ways that we think that everyone could improve their lives. Don't be afraid to reinvent yourself. I feel like we spend the beginning of our lives trying to figure out the things that we like, whether that's colors or food or people or ideas. And once we figure those things out, it's easy to kind of get boxed in. I can't tell you how many times a friend or my mom has said, oh, I don't think you like this, or no, you don't like that kind of stuff. Not every reinvention has to be moving out of town and changing your name. I mean, little things. If you've never been someone who puts on makeup or does their nails just because you've always thought, oh well, I'm not a girly person, why not try it? Or if you've only dressed one way your entire life, why not experiment if you see something that you like and you're like, oh, I would never wear that. Why not? I think you need to learn how to go outside your comfort zone, and you'll realize that you can still maintain who you are, you can still be who you are, but you can also continue to add things to your life. You don't have to, hide yourself away in what's comfortable. Second thing I think you should do, read young adult novels. I don't care if you think you're too old. You need to read The Hunger Games. You need to read John Green and Maureen Johnson and Cassandra Clare and Libba Bray. And the best advice I ever got was when I was in college. I had this really, really great English and film professor, and he told me every month to go to the bookstore, go into the poetry section, and just pick one out that stood out to me and go home and read it. It was sometimes you're gonna hate it and you're gonna make an awful choice, and sometimes you're gonna find something that you never would have found otherwise. Now I feel that you should do that in the poetry section, but I also feel that there's something to be said about going to the young adult section and doing that. You will see a lot of books about vampires and werewolves. Not all of them are really bad. Some of them are really good. But to me, I think the young adult novels kind of remind me about, I don't know, that struggle that we all relate to of finding yourself and finding your place in the world and surrounding yourself with the right people. And I think that's something that you never stop doing. Kind of a reminder that it's not too late and you can always start fresh. And that there's something to be said for strength in moments when strength isn't unexpected. Number 3, introduce yourself to the world of fan videos. I swear to you, I know you doubt me and you might think that I'm completely weird and that maybe it's too dorky or whatever it is that you think. There are seriously people who make fan videos that are better than movie trailers that you see. Think of your favorite TV show, your favorite character, your favorite couple, think of your favorite book and the characters in that novel. There are fan videos out there that people have made, and they condense these stories with really amazing music, and they bring attention to these connections between characters that either you didn't see before or you didn't appreciate or you never verbally thought you would be able to express. Check out my favorites, you will see that I favorite a ton of them. I appreciate that whole community. I think, oh, it's just so good. And I'm gonna list 5 of them below for different shows that are fantastic. Number 4, one of the things that I really struggled with and that I still have to work on to some degree, once I became comfortable kind of expressing my thoughts and telling my stories, I forgot that I don't have to share everything with everyone. And so the problem that happens to me is I'll have these friends who I keep around in my life because they're important to me, and it's not all bad. It really isn't. But I tend to only communicate the bad things that happen with those people to other friends, and then my other friends have this view of the friend from before that's negative, and it's not completely fair because they don't have both sides of the story. And also, the friend that I'm talking about, they don't know that I'm upset with them all the time, so it's kind of unfair. And this is something that I've struggled with. The advice I can give you is to get a journal and to write it down. Write down exactly what you would say to the person that upset you. Write down exactly why you think you feel the way you do, or maybe what you didn't communicate with them, or just anything that comes to mind. Write it out, or talk to yourself. I know people say don't talk to yourself because it's crazy, but talking to yourself is the best thing that I do. When I'm driving in my car, I will full on talk out loud about things that I need to work out in my head, working out how you want to communicate that to other people when you're ready to talk about it. And being able to hear things that you say and being able to kind of analyze them without having to burden your friends with the bad things that happen in your life. Finally, number 5, always hope but never expect. I'm going to use the Next Up competition as an example. So I made the video, I put it up, and then I just put it out of my head. I didn't sit around thinking like, oh my God, what will my life be if I or when I win this money, and create this whole world that if it didn't happen, I was going to have to mourn, and I knew that. And when I got through to the semifinals, I noticed a lot of people that didn't get through that were very disappointed that they didn't get through, and that's completely understandable. But when you start bringing attention to how upset you are for like several days, you create this negative kind of thing around something that you shouldn't have been expecting, that you should have only been hoping for. Life is unfair and life is unbalanced and life is uncontrollable, and all you can control is how much you let something in. And if you go in expecting everything to happen the way you want, you will always be kind of bitter and angry at the world, and you'll carry that around. I hope, but I never expect. And it literally has made my heart a lot lighter when it comes to regrets or anger towards things not going my way.